Some people want to travel around the world. Others would like to travel beyond our world. And then there's Woodward students. We can escape with a smile. We can escape with passion and love.
You say everyone's different. I really stick out.
I'm a very determined person. No matter what it is, always set my mind that I can do something.
I'm just a determined person. Like anything that I need, I'm gonna go for it, no matter what I have to go over.
Richard Dixon is a leader.
Well, Monae is a little person. She's very creative, outgoing, determined. Did I say outgoing? Yeah, I already said that.
So I just stick to myself for real, and I don't know.
I know that like me right now can take a lot more than I could have back then.
I guess I could say I'm pretty smart. I'm quiet. I don't really talk that much. I observe more, you know. I'm funny. I think I'm really funny. People say I'm funny, and I think that's all.
I don't know. I'm usually quiet and just keep to myself.
But there's one thing we can't escape. Time passes by like we weren't even there. But in reality, we've always been here. Ever since we were freshmen. Ever since we were sophomores. Ever since we were juniors. Now, on our way as seniors. The truth is, we've always been here. Here. At Woodward. But who are we? Who are the students who make up Woodward High School? Who are the polar bears?
This is a place where I feel at home.
See, a lot of people think because I get good grades, my personal life at home is great.
And just like Corvon, many students here have problems and they go through stuff that teachers and people just can't see.
Since I was little, I've been put through so much pressure to become older than what I am at an early age.
A lot, especially because it's hard. They always say like when you go to work to like keep your home life different from your work life and stuff like that, school life. When there's things going on at home that you can't control and it's out of your reach, it's hard to go to school and put that in the back of your mind and focus on getting your education.
I would say a lot, like based on my household and stuff. My parents always been more strict about me with other people. They wanted me to become like better because they didn't have opportunities like I have right now. And so basically, if they weren't as strict, my whole school life and my personality would be different.
It impacts it a lot. If everything isn't going right at home, I wouldn't be paying attention as much in school or not really doing my work.
A lot. My home life is very like chill, I guess. So it's very quiet, to be honest. It's very quiet, to be honest, because both of my siblings have moved out already, so it's just me and my cousin, and it's very quiet. I love my home life.
Well, at home, it don't really impact my school life. I could say work, because like I work almost every day, so I would go home, work, and it's like when I get up, I'm like, and I got little brothers and sisters, so I'm just like, don't feel like doing nothing. So I try not to fall behind in school. So I try to get everything done like while I'm here, so I don't have to really worry about trying to get it done at home, because most of the time it's not gonna get done. So
my home life it's pretty good. I don't want to say perfect because no one's home life is perfect, but it's pretty good.
My home life impacts my school life as much as I allow it to.
I feel like it impacts it a lot. But I feel like your home is your roots.
I mean, my parents are very strict. Grades have to be up, attendance, everything has to be up, or in my house, like, you get nothing. If you're not good in school, you get nothing. So I feel like my home life and my school life kind of balance, because I have that motivation, I have that encouragement. Some people don't have that, but I'm lucky that I do.
Like I said, like before, like I've had a lot of things that affected me throughout my high school career, and it's easy to try to put it behind you, but it's not easy to sit there and focus and just keep the end goal in mind. Like, so it's not easy at all, but you learn to balance both of them, and I think that's the key, is learn a balance.
So, you know, it's the same with everybody else, but my parents aren't together, but they both still support me in every way they possibly can, and not everybody has that. So the way it affects me is different from the way it affects, you know, other people. So, I mean, I can't imagine the lack of support from either of my parents, because they both have like different ways of motivating me to be better and like reach for the stars, you know, as they say. So, you know, the motivation that they have given me is just, you know, working hard. I see them work hard to make sure me and my brothers and sisters have everything we need to be successful, and for us to, you know, just work hard and go to school and do what we're supposed to do is like the least I can do for them. So, you know, me doing what I'm doing in the classroom and outside of the classroom is just to show them that I appreciate everything they did for me.
I don't really know, but I could see like from a different person's, like from a different point of view, like, because I feel like everybody don't have that support, and everybody just really come here because they just come here, they have to, like, just come here to be here, and then trying to hurry up and get out, do what they gotta do and get out. But I don't think everybody really have that support system that they need to make them want to finish school and make them want to come to school and do their work.
High school is like an individual. It has its own personality. But in high school, there's a whole bunch of different personalities that make up the school. So who are these kids?
A lot of them are great kids. I mean, they got others that try to make other people feel bad about themselves because they got something that's going on in their life, and they haven't had that person to, you know, come and talk to them and make them realize that the stuff that they go through, everybody else go through too. But once you get past that, everybody has that soft spot. You know, you got the people that play basketball, or the people that play football, you know, they go around thinking that they the superior of the school or whatever. But when you really get to know them, I mean, they're just like everybody else. You know, you can talk to them, you can pretty much do anything.
I feel like our students here are good, they're not bad. We have good sports programs, smart kids. It's some cool kids here.
I think it all boils down to like one word, which is like crazy. Like, and that can be taken good or bad. Like, sometimes we can be a good crazy. Like, we always make sure we have each other, and that it's just a team. I feel like with my class, we've known each other for so long too. We stuck together. Woodward
is like one of the schools where everybody is close, everybody help each other. I don't think it's like what everybody make it to be. Like, I feel like if you from outside coming in and you actually get to see what it's like with everybody, how everybody is, it'll change your perspective on the school.
The students here, you know, we have smart kids, but the things they have going on at home, you know, don't really help them be able to represent themselves as well as they could or should.
If you had to put it in one word, I would have to say strong. Just because every student here has a different story. A lot of people might think they're disrespectful or they're hooligans or whatever. But honestly, like, they're very strong because they push through every day to come to school, like just showing up.
Well, most of them like interact with each other. I notice that in different schools there's always the cliches and people that always hang out with a certain group. Here everybody really interacts, and like even though you don't really talk well with the person, at least they say hi, they greet you and stuff like that. It's just like we have a little respect for each person, no matter like who they are. And we get really riled up about everything.
Different. I would say they different because not one person is like in Woodward. Here at Woodward, it's a mix of all types of race and just different people, and overall our diversity is really high.
We're more or less a diverse group of people, you know, predominantly black, but we still have, you know, representation from other cultures.
Some people might look down on us coming like we're from the north side of Toledo, all Woodward's bad. But I feel like the students out here, they don't get recognized enough for what we're doing.
I was lucky enough to have both of my parents in my life, but that's the thing. A lot of kids here, unfortunately, don't have that advantage. And it's hard. I mean, I can't even imagine how hard it would be coming to school, knowing that no one's really cheering you on.
I agree. I usually take pride in being a part of you guys.
Sometimes. No. Don't put that in there.
Sometimes.
Don't put that in there.
I'm putting that.
No.
A lot of students, seniors specifically, say that there was always that one thing that was missing from their high school experience. What was that thing?
I would say going to like a football game or a basketball game, that's probably what was missing from my high school experience. I don't know, it's just the typical high school thing. Like, you know, Friday night you guys go to football games, basketball games, and I don't know, my dad don't really think it's safe living that we live on the north side of Toledo and nighttime going out to a football game and stuff like that, because you know stuff does happen, so he really doesn't really allow me to go. So I would say that would be the only thing that I'd be missing.
I think my high school experience would have been more complete with more student participation. Like, referring back to what I said earlier, that kids don't really come to school motivated or don't feel like, you know, everything's like participating is cool or everything else. So if we had more participation and more people excited to do stuff, then everything would probably be better, from game turnouts in every sport, probably a lot more people, you know, joining organizations. If we had more, you know, people like a program or such pushing people to join more organizations, to be well-rounded, to fill their resumes with everything, you know, just letting them know that joining organizations and meeting people and talking and connecting is, you know, beneficial in every, like, more ways than it isn't, then I feel like, you know, our school, along with a lot more schools, would be better.
I think the one thing that I missed was picking up the classes that I actually needed, so that way my senior year wouldn't be as stressful. So that way I could have, you know, picked up classes that I really didn't need. Or, you know, so like now I got 6 classes. My first hour really don't count.
I would say fun and friends. I didn't have time to make bonds with people, make friends. I was just work all the time, work. When I got out of school, I still had to do work, even if my parents just gave me work to do.
Probably not participating in like the school events, like going to the football games or basketball games. I never had the time, and I don't know, like our teams aren't that good. I guess it's like, no, I'd rather not waste my money and go.
Definitely school spirit. I feel like a lot of people like agree, but I mean it's our own fault as students, I guess, because you know. And then the thing is, like, you know how we have pep rallies during 7th hour? People don't even want to come, they just leave and they go home. Like, guilty, but no.
A dad. I didn't, like most people, it's like, oh, you got family to lean on for this and that. And for a while, it was just me and my mom. And even then, like, I didn't always have her at the same time, too. So I feel like every girl needs her dad, and I didn't always have that.
I guess it would be, like, literally just myself. Because later on, through junior, senior year, like, I've been interacting with people more. I'm more open. I'm overall more happy. Compared to freshman, sophomore year, I was always quiet, kept to myself. Daily, I wouldn't even talk to anybody. I would just go home, do my work, come to school, and hate it, really. And it's just now that I'm more open, talking to people, knowing how they feel. I always thought like they hated me, or sometimes they despise me for being so quiet or different, but it's not really. They were just afraid, just like me, if I would judge them based on, I thought they would judge me as well.
When I'm in a room full of people, I look over and I wonder where they're gonna be in the next 5-10 years. Where are they gonna go? And what are they gonna see?
Well, my full plan, of course, after graduation is to attend UT, and I want to major in social work, get my bachelor's degree, and I'm probably going to come back actually to Woodward and become like a tackle coach and like a behavioral coach for the kids that need help with their behavior and all that, because I just feel like I like working with kids and I also want to give it back to my community. So what will be the best place but to come back to my high school? I want to also like open up my own t-shirt company. So I want to open up with my cousin, get my career going in social work and all that. I want to start my own t-shirt business actually downtown.
I decided June 25th, 2017, last summer. I had joined I enlisted into the U.S. Navy. When I'm done with high school, I am going straight to boot camp. And I do aviation ordnance. You put bombs and missiles, load them onto the plane, check the launch. I mean, I really didn't want to go to the military, but when I started hearing about their benefits and everything, I thought it would be good. And then after the military, I really want to be a psychiatrist, so I'm going to work towards my degree. After that, I'll be Dr. Kennedy. Probably have about 2 kids, husband, nice house. I plan on it. Yeah.
Probably go to college in the fall, UT, major in engineering. So throughout like my college, like once I'm going to college, I want to travel. I want to backpack through Europe first and then probably just go to like music festivals, Coachella, Lola, EDC, go to a lot of concerts and probably just like try to have fun because, you know, I'm still young. I don't want to think about having kids. I hope I'm not in a relationship. I don't really like relationships. I feel like they're not really for me. So I don't want to get married in the future. I don't think I want to have kids either. So well, after I get my degree, I want to move. I don't want to live in Toledo. I want to live maybe in California. I'm not sure. But I want to move and I just want to have a good life. I just want to be happy. No kids. Yeah, I said that. I don't know. I don't want to be in a relationship. I guess I don't like them. I like to see people. I like seeing people happy and stuff, but I don't really like them. Oh, help out my parents, and I want to make a lot of money too.
Well, my plans on after high school is I'm going to college. I'm not taking no time off because I know that's going to hurt me in the long run. After I get out of college, pursuing supply chain, then I'm going to focus on trying to find a better job, something that's going to put money in my pocket, and that way I can start a family. The girl that I talked to, been talking to her for about a year now. If kids come, I mean, they gon' come, but when they come, we want to be financially stable, you feel me? We don't want to be struggling with anything.
For a start, I am going to college. I'm going to UT. I will be going there this fall. A lot of people said like I should stay on campus, but I don't want to. I'm staying home. Cause they said like it'd be like a good experience and stuff, but I already know how I am. I'm just gonna stay home. I'm going to college to be a nurse, so I'm gonna graduate RN. Now after that, I don't know, I kind of want to stick my nose into a different couple areas. Like I plan on starting my own business someday. Like after I graduate college, I plan on finding a good job, and then I'll probably work on trying to open up my business then. And then after about, I want to say like a year or two, get my business off the ground, probably go back to school, further my education, then go from there.
In my mind, I have a plan, but I'm always open for something different. So my plan is to go to college, of course. Go to Tiffany University. After that, I honestly feel like my heart is leading me to go to Vegas. And that's a big move because to go from Ohio to Vegas, that's huge. I'm leaving so much behind, but it's like in your heart when something tells you to go do it, you don't stop, you run for it. That's why I'm playing college in Vegas and turn up, no. Vegas is just a place for growth. There's so much growth. My sister just moved there and her life has just tremendously been so much better. There's so many places that include business, which is what I'm going into. So it's so many opportunities for me to go into something that I love and just to get away. I think the most things I've ever wished for is to get away, have a break, and living there would feel more like a break.
Well, it's all gonna start with me going to Ohio State. I think that school, out of all my choices, that having that on my resume, on a job application, would just, you know, separate me from all the other applicants and everything else. And then everything I will be doing since then will also lead me to where I'm going. So I want to go into programming at The Ohio State University. So I wanted to go into game design.
My full plan. I feel like I have my future planned, but then again, it feels like fuzzy. And I obviously know not everything is gonna go as planned. Things happen in life that you wouldn't even expect. I'm attending UT this fall. I was planning on, you know, majoring into nursing, but I feel like it's gonna change. Yeah, I know it's gonna change because I feel like I'm not like sold out. I'm not like in love with like what I'm majoring in, but I think I just want to do that just so I can have like somewhere to start off. And yeah, I want to get my bachelor's degree at UT and then go to grad school. I'm not really sure if I want to go to UT for grad school or go to a different school. I don't know. But yeah, I'm planning on staying local unless like I get a job offer somewhere else, you know, then definitely I feel like, you know, why not? I don't really know, like I'm just like not going with the flow. I don't want to go with the flow because I don't want to waste time and I definitely want to try new things to try to see what sparks my interest in college. So a lot of it is like, I'm thinking like 1 to 5 years. These are my plans right now. Definitely after I'm graduating like college, I feel like I'll know by then, but right now it's like, I'm just thinking 1 to 5 years, like what I'm going to do. It's hard to plan out your whole life.
For starters, I just want to get the college experience since I'm going to college at the UT, and so that's why I'm trying to gain scholarships to live on campus, because I want college to be different than high school. I want it to be just like how I am right now instead of who I was in the beginning. I want to live the life like that, study at the same time, make new friends, go out more, show my personality more. After going to UT for undergrads, I want to go to U of M for graduate school, and really it was because like prestige for engineering, which I'm going to major in, but at the same time it's like, since it's also a big school, I'll get to know more people, more opportunities, and I feel like even though I'm quiet, with more people there will be more time to communicate, more stuff to do and everything. After that, I want to maybe open my own business in engineering. I might not, it all depends later on. Want to have a home in like the rural areas and everything, since like I'm quiet and everything, but I also like calm and space, and I want to have like a family that I can interact with and away from all the busyness from the city life. And then so with that, I prefer like 4 kids and stuff, since like I always admire like movies or TV shows, and even though real life isn't like that, it's just like an expectation of what you want to be happy, and that's what I want in life. I wanted at first to like mechanical engineering, but then I wanted to add in electrical, since my brother kept on like being inspired to become a robotics engineer. I started looking towards that and I started to like it as well, and so I want to be a robotics engineer, and he says copycat and stuff, but it's just, I want to be somebody they could admire, and I want to be there to show them the way.
Because, you know, I have a different appreciation for game design. It may just be a thing with like animation, because I just, you know, just watching things like move and, you know, do things that we aren't usually allowed to do. People flying, cars doing this and doing that, you know, just watching people's fantasies come to life through, you know, virtual imagery is just like really like dope to me, and I love to do for the rest of my life. And then I'd also want to major in business too, because I want to start my own business, you know, maybe my own game design company, or I will learn from, you know, able to, you know, branch off and, you know, maybe own my own portion of a game design company. So I want to know what people are starting to enjoy, like the trends and stuff going on in video games, so that I know what kind of games I should be making to maximize profit. And then once I do that, I could give back to communities, because I'm all for students and people that want to be better. You know, just giving people that extra step, that helping hand would like be great, and that would all, you know, start here. You know, I want to help out my people and where I first, you know, what the city that raised me. So if I start here, once I am to where I am, I can show my appreciation and let people know that this city isn't, you know, as bad as it seems, or make it better so that that perception is taken away.
My name is Alonzo Torres. I have a very big passion for filming and getting emotion out of everybody. But most importantly, I'm part of the class of 2018. And every day I sit in my room and I think I'm just proud to be part of you guys. So let's go. Let's go change the world.